Hey everybody, this is Greg the Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, today we're back in Total War Shogun 2. I loved playing this game when it first came out. I haven't picked it up for years, honestly. But FX has a new Shogun TV series on television right now, so I thought it might be kind of fun to hop into a new campaign and see what we can do here. So, quite a few clans to choose from. Who we're going to play as the Chosokabe. Um, so I really like these guys for a few reasons, one of which is they're excellent bowmen, and bow infantry is super powerful early game. Um, well, really powerful, honestly, the entire game. Um, and then they also have increased income from farms, which is really helpful for helping develop our settlements and build and grow our settlements. And then, again, they also have reduced recruitment costs and upkeep for all bow infantry, which is, super powerful. So let's go ahead and hop into a new campaign as a Chosokabe.
1545. This is Sengoku Jidai, the age of the country at war. For 200 years, the Ashikaga shoguns have ruled from Kyoto. Great splendor and power were theirs. Now, the overmighty clans no longer obey. The time has come for a new warlord to become shogun. But who will be victorious? Chosokabe lands have always provided for our people. Our enemies are many and envious. They threaten our borders and look for any weakness. This is our land. We respect its ways. Our farmers work hard and grow more than other men. But we are master warriors too. Our archers are admired by all. No arrow flies truer than the Chosokabe shaft. Bishamonten, the war god has woken. Now is the time to defeat our enemies. All will bow to the Chosokabe clan. We wait no longer. Destiny calls! We are the Chosokabe. Until recently, our home province of Tosa was controlled by the Ichijo clan. We are their vassals. The waning popularity of the Ichijo throughout the province, and our own growing influence gave us the means to seize control for ourselves. Now, all that remains is to crush what remains of Ichijo resistance. Once...
Alright, here we are. Into the Chosokabe cause here. So, we rose up from this clan that had subjugated us, so what's left of that clan are the rebels in our province. So our first step in building our kingdom or our realm is to crush these guys and see what we need to do. So if we will have inspired endeavors if we're able to complete this, which is crush the rebellion in Tosa. So.
If our daimyo is to become shogun.
Alright, so let's see what we're looking at here. So this is our capital, Tosa. Alright, so we have our general, Yari Samurai. These guys are great for defensive wall spears. Pretty good overall early game unit. Yari Ashiguri are just peasant spearmen. And then we also have Bo Ashigari. So our specialty is bow infantry, so we'll be utilizing that pretty heavily in our armies. But for right now, this should be sufficient. So you can see here that we have our daimyo as well. So if we go ahead and let's throw him into our army. All right, let's take these guys out. Looks like our strength is in our odds here, so yeah, we can take these guys. So that's all on the battle map. Alright, here we are. Looks like the conditions are agreed for an attack, so let's go ahead and start deployment. Alright. Let's take a look at our forces here. So we've got... Sorry, Yariashiguri. You guys look great. I mean, for a game that is over 10 years old, I think it just is beautiful still, honestly. And got our general here, heavy cavalry. These guys look great. Not really sure what the sacks are on the back here. I mean, I don't really mean to offend anyone. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments down below what historically that is. All right. Let's go ahead and assign them here. So we mostly have melee troops at the moment here, so these are kind of fun formations here that we can do. So I think we'll use the spear point here. Oh, yeah, there they are. Yep. You know, that's a pretty good move. I do the same thing. That little hill right there, they're moving to get to that hill as a defensive spot. It's a pretty good move. I felt like the AI for Shogun 2 was, at least the battle AI, was a little bit more rounded, maybe a little bit smarter than you would see later on in things like Rome 2, which had a lot of problems at launch. So yeah, it just looks gorgeous still. We're a decade old. Look at this. You can see mountains. There's our settlement there in the background. Occasional cherry blossom blowing in the breeze. Amazing. All right, let's speed things up a little bit. Try to get to that hill. Of course, by the time we get here, it doesn't really matter as they've already entrenched. But yeah, so it looks like they've got bow ashiguri, and then 2 spear units behind, and then heavy, light cavalry. All right. Yeah, we got this. All right. What's our range on these guys? Alright. Closing the gap. So I think we're going to take the cavalry out here on the flanks. Have the bow troops engage their bow troops. It's just cool. I mean, archer troops are super powerful in this game. And I think the animations look great still, and frankly, I think it just works better than Rome 2, which is a shame because I do love Roman history.
Alright.
Let's try to get this in. Before we get completely shellacked. Let's see if we can try to pincer him in here. I prefer not to run up a hill, but the less amount of time we have to take arrow shots, the better. Let's engage their light cavalry. Looks like they took the bait. We'll draw them off the hill. Attack them in the flank here.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
I think he's fine.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours!
Well, maybe not. Pull him out of there. Pull him out of there, boys. Apparently, General's unit is not as powerful as I remember. Alright, looks like they broke anyway. Luckily. We took more losses with the General's unit than I would have liked. I promised you guys fails, so... but we did lose him though, so that's alright. Alright, 98 to 465. I'll take it. Alright, perfect. So, stage 1 is down. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is, so we look at the diplomacy screen here. Yeah, we can see that we are at war with the Kona clan, north of us here. So they only have one province, pretty beakers, so that'll be our next target. But we don't currently, we need to replenish our losses, and we need to recruit. Yeah, like I said, these guys are their specialty is bow units here, so I think I'm going to lean pretty heavily into that. Also, let's check out our development for our province here. So it looks like we do have an access of prime lumber, which is going to be great for building ships later. So let's see what we can do here. So we've got our fort. We could upgrade our fort. That will consume 2 food, which we don't have extra food at the moment. So let's go ahead and get some improved farms and some better roads. I think that's overall pretty good. The roads will increase movement of troops and trade, and then obviously the farms will increase our food. So also we need to check what we're going to be researching here. I think because we're at war already, I think we should use the Bushido side here to start out. So let's go ahead and start that. Alright. I think that's pretty much all we can do at the moment here, so let's go ahead and end the turn.
Ideal for whittling down the enemy before battle is joined. These troops are best kept at range and will suffer heavy losses if engaged in melee. Yari Ashigaru provide excellent defense against enemy cavalry charges, but their tight formations leave them vulnerable to missile troops and skilled infantry.
Do you guys miss the little videos that Total War used to have when a unit was created, or you'd have a spy action or anything like that? I miss those videos. If you do, let me know down in the comments that you do as well. I really wish that was something that Total War would get back to. Alright, so you can see our next mission here, so is to master the way of the bow, which is great. Like I said, bow infantry is our specialty, and we want to unlock bow samurai. So if you look here, we need to head down strategy of attack after we complete Bushido, and then way of the bow. Let's add some extra troops in. So it's currently summer. This game, if you move troops in winter, you're going to take pretty heavy attrition losses. So try not to do that if we can. So you can see here we do have access to Chosokabe bow samurai. These guys are pretty great and a lot better than the peasant archers. They're a fair amount more expensive. I think at the moment we're just going to recruit kind of the bow ashiguri, the cheap. I can pump them out. I need to take out this other faction, and then we can reassess our losses. We do have a little more money that we can spend here. So let's go ahead and, well, a lumber camp or a coastal village. Okay, we can build a harbor. Just going to increase the growth for the town, and also increases our ship capacity. Yeah, because we can't currently build any ships, and what I'd like to do is to get started on our first trade fleet. Because if you guys remember, there are trade ports out here that we can trade with, you know, Indonesia, China, so on and so forth for exotic goods. It's super valuable. So let's go ahead and get our harbor started as well, because we're going to need to start putting our first trade fleet together. Okay, Bushido is done. On to the next thing. So, conquest the Shogun. So, alright, so we need to capture a province. We're going to get a call to arms if we do, which is increased recruitment slots. Perfect. So it's fall at the moment, so we need to see what we can do to take this faction out as soon as possible. So we've got roads completed. That'll increase our movement. Alright. Alright, I really despise really should have added those archer units before, but that's alright. Oh, that's perfect. We're at the extent of our movement for both. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so I would really prefer not to fight in the wintertime because you do take some pretty high attrition losses, but unfortunately it looks like that's what we're going to have to do. So, make sure... so it's chose... No, we want to go strategy of attack. It's charge bonus for all our units, which is great, but really what we want, obviously, is... so if you hold shift, click, then you can queue up things, and so we want to go down to Way of the Bow to complete our mission. Actually, we've got some extra cash. Let's go ahead and get those lumber yards on board here, because that's going to give us extra trade goods of high quality timber that we can trade with other clans once we open up other additional trading ports. As you can see here, we're going to start taking attrition losses as it is winter. I think we've probably got this. I'm not as big a fan of siege battles in Shogun 2 as in some of the other iterations, like Medieval or Rome 2 even. So, but I think you can probably do this without needing to fight manually. Honestly, that's probably better than I can build myself. 224 to 525. I'll take it. And our general is leveled up. Perfect. Alright, so we've captured problems. We could peacefully occupy, loot, or Kono. Set it up as a clan vassal. I think we're just gonna go ahead and peacefully occupy, do some extra income. And our general has increased their rank. And we did complete the first assignment here, so we did get an extra improvement slot for a few turns. Here was 4 turns. Perfect, because we want to increase our bow samurai. Alright, so the fort was damaged in the siege, so let's go ahead and repair that. Alright, I'm thinking... So we're going to have bow samurai down south in our capital, but... so we don't want another archery dojo. I'm thinking either a sword school or a Yari drill yard. I think Yari's better, more of a defensive unit, whereas swords, obviously katana, swordsmen, are more of your offensive unit. I gotta go with the swordsman, I think. Yeah. I do like the Yari, but I think they're just the swordsmen are gonna serve us better. So, alright, so our harbor and our improved irrigation are complete in Tosa. So you can see our projected income is 1490, next turn 723 in the bank, so we really don't have anything else we can do. It's winter, so agriculture income is going to be lower, obviously, as we're not currently growing anything. Alright, so let's go ahead and let these guys replenish their losses. Right-click on our daimyo here. He did level up. So you can see his skills here. He's courageous and distrustful. Alright, so we've got some options here. Strategist or warrior. I think as these are daimyo, I'd like to go down the strategist path, frankly. We put both of our points into strategist here. Really increases the general's influence radius, so I like that. We have another guy who's our main general, and I'd like to level him up as a warrior when the option's available here. So let's see. We got additional retainers here we can choose. Our daimyo's honor is not great, so I'm inclined to maybe choose this. Though, yeah, the sword's cool, but yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, so that increased their honor a point here, so now we're at esteemable, so that's much better. So, honor system in this game is pretty interesting, as you might recall. So it's more important with generals than your leader, but if their honor gets too low, then you have a situation where you may find yourself in kind of a rebellion, kind of a civil war situation where they can join another clan, another faction, turn against you. So that's not great. If your daimyo's honor is low, that's also not super good. Other clans may not want to interact with you or trade with you very easily. So it's something that we'll have to take a look at. Alright. Let's see if anyone's willing to trade with us. It doesn't look like we have a harbor open yet. So looks like the Soga clan may be...
Let me listen to your offer and answer as best I may.
Alright, so let's see if we can get a trade agreement with these guys here. We'll be trading... let's see. So we've got wood, they've got horses. Yeah, okay.
I will speak plainly.
Alright, so they didn't much care for that. That's fine. Honestly, this guy's probably next in the chopping block. Now that we've got a little money here, we still have inspired, or called arms rather, for 3 more turns, so I think we should use that opportunity to recruit more troops here. So I'm going to recruit 3 bow samurai units here. I'm going to be phasing out the bow ashigari that we have here with bow samurai, which are far superior. Okay, so we're building the sword school. The fort is constructed. Thinking, let's go ahead and take these guys. Yeah, we just took the province, so they're pretty upset with us still. So we might need to have a light garrison in this province here. So I could exempt them from the tax rate, but I do kind of want that extra income. And let's go ahead and get a. We do have the call to arms, so we can recruit units faster, and they're a little bit cheaper. So let's get a couple of units for garrison. It's all right if they are a little upset for a while. So let's take our general. Right, so, actually, I think we I could put the daimyo rather and send him back to the capital. I know he just leveled up, but his unit's super super beaten up still, and I do want to level up our general here, Kira. So he actually has excellent armor. Wow. Okay, missionary warfare. So perfect. Alright, so we've got one more turn left on strategy of attack. And then we'll be moving into way of the bow. Another turn. Just curious. I wish I had a spy. I wish I had a ninja, so I can check what those guys have. All right, sword school. All right, so they're a little less. I mean, they're a little happier now that there's a garrison. Perfect. I can live with that. I wish I could see through the fog more, but it's alright. These guys are probably pretty weak, and they are. So let's see if we can take their. Oh, we were ambushed. Alright, looks like their daimyo and his troops were not in the city for some reason, which is very odd. Let's continue the siege. Let them choose where to fight. It's fine with me. Alright.
An honorable peace. That is all I offer. It is a good offer, honestly made.
Sorry, friend.
Very well. I shall report your rejection. You are honest.
Not sure who's reporting it to.
Unlike Bo Ashigaru, both samurai can defend themselves in melee and fire burning arrows into the enemy.
Alright, cool. I love these guys. Alright. Let's take our bow samurai here. So we're in fall currently, so I'd like to get the siege wrapped up as soon as possible. So it looks like, yeah, town will surrender in 2 turns. Great clan destroyed. The Oda clan. Alright, see what we can do with our infrastructure here. Taking a little bit of a hit to our income because of our troop numbers, and we only have 2 provinces, but that's okay. We're going to remedy that pretty quick. So we do have a harbor now. So we do have the ability to recruit naval vessels. These Kabaya, I think, if I'm saying that correctly. They're cheap and pretty effective, especially with our excellent bow units. But I think we do have a little extra income here, and I do think we need to go ahead and get this trading port unlocked because that's going to allow us to recruit trade ships, which is going to be what we're going to need to set up our trade convoys to go out east here, or west here rather, and set up trade with foreign powers. And I think at some point soon we're going to get the pop-up with European traders coming into the islands, so we'll see how that works out. So. Alright, looks like we're defending. They've decided to sally forth, so we've got the daimyo and his general, so the samurai retainers from the town, and then his light units here, so yeah, go ahead and see that just for the heck of it. Now, we are defending, and we do have a lot of bow troops, so I think we'll be in a pretty good position, but we'll just see here. By luck, it's going to be an early blizzard or something. Nope. I do miss these general videos.
手は弓矢を射る前に心を無にする。じっくり待ってここぞという瞬間に矢を放つ。我らはまさに大殿様が放たれた矢そのものだ。敵にとってはここが正念場。しくじれば歴史にも残らん。いつの日か歌人が悲しい歌にして読んでくれることじゃろう。今日の敵は武士の誇りのかけらもない奴らだ。野心生まれで蔑まれながら死ぬ。奴らの腐った屍は恥という名の棺桶で葬られる。敵方の戦意が落ちていることは兵の数を見れば一目瞭然。数も少なければ兵力も大したことはない。進め、我が加盟は永遠に残る。旗印を上げよう。
Alright, here we are. So, we have quite a few. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bow units here, so let's get these guys sorted out. One of these is really good for missile defense. I think it's the flying bird formation. Yeah. I wish we had more spearmen, but we don't, unfortunately. That's okay. Early days. So we have 2 spear units on the flanks, a bunch of bow units, and alright. I think the ground looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit of a better hill, but I think we're in a decent position here. Let's get this battle started here. Now, I believe the reinforcements are gonna be coming in. Yep, there they are. Yeah, kind of the northeast there. So it looks like these guys are pretty brave. Not even wait for the reinforcements. The guys from the town. Well, let's have these guys guard their position. I think they're about to be charged. And everybody's opening up. Probably not what I would have chosen, but... Yeah, looks like we're about to be flanked. Charging in a bunch of spearmen, not the greatest idea. Try to attack my... Yeah, it didn't work out too well for you guys, did it? I don't know what it is, the Total War AI, like, in the 2010s, but... And it's still kind of this way, frankly, but, like, the general AI is just kind of suicidal. They'll just charge the general's unit right into your line. I mean, I'm sure you guys experienced that too before, but it's just... It's so crazy. Because then it just destroys the morale of the enemy army. I don't understand it. It's... Looks like Yari Ashiguri coming in for an attack. Bow Samurai. Wow. Wish I had my Bow Samurai. Let's move these guys kind of here to block these troops a little bit. Everybody's opening up. We got this. I'm telling you, infantry. It's just super powerful. Yeah, took 149 losses there, which wiped out their entire force. Oh, of course you are. Gonna go sabotage my stone quarry now. Alright, so it's winter time. They should be taking attrition. I mean, they will next turn, that is. So. Well, they're kind of destroyed. They're still around, though. So our lumber mill is, or lumber yards rather, is complete. So that gives us extra lumber and a 20% discount to recruiting ships, which is great because we're going to need to get our ships put together for our first trade fleet. But we can't do that for a few more turns. I guess I could take the opportunity actually, and why don't we do that to get some ships kind of built here. I find that about 3 of these bow units, these bow ships, should be sufficient to kind of protect your early trade fleets. Alright, let's get rid of these guys here. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I think we need to fight this. Got this. Take it. Excellent. And our general is not perfect. Alright, Kira. Let's see here. So And since I'm taking the daimyo down the strategist path, I think I'll kind of split it here. I do like the strategist path as well because you get extra campaign movement range. So extra morale. Reduces his loyalty, but extra range. I think we're gonna have to go with the hero worshipping boy. All right, cool.
参上いたしました。
Alright, let's take our bow samurai here. Let's actually disband 3 of our bow ashiguri here. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna need some more forces. And we do have access to Superior Stone now since we took Sanuki, which is great. It is currently damaged, so we'll repair that. So that's just another extra tradable resources that we'll have. Plus, we'll be able to use it to reduce the cost of building castles, which is pretty cool. So another 4 turns for Way the Bow, and not really much else we can do at the moment. We're kind of out of cash, so.
Fast moving, this small ship carries archers, armed with deadly fire arrows, capable of reducing enemy ships to dust.
Alright, first ship, ready? So we could go the next step with our lumber yards, but I just don't know about this right now. Honestly, I mean, it doesn't really seem all that great. Frankly, we don't have anyone really to trade with just yet, so. One thing that we do actually, let me go back in there, we need to look at is this Iraqi clan here. So they're currently indifferent to us. They're ruthless and have a different attitude. They're destitute. Honestly, if we're going to ever make a stand for on the big island, we're going to need to unify ours. So these guys are going to have to go. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can move down here south a little bit. Get another Yari samurai. These guys do have heavy troops, heavy cavalry, so I'm kind of worried about that. Yeah, not really much else to do, so let's go. Alright, so we got 2 ships ready. One more turn on our trade port. Let's grab these guys. Yeah, we're gonna need to build up our force. So I'm thinking what we do is we... Oh, I totally forgot about that. We do have access to Katana Samurai now. Let's get a couple of them queued up as well. I think we could probably take this faction out here pretty easily, maybe in the next couple turns, but I'd like for our extra reinforcements to make it before we kind of move on that, because I'd like to be in a good position before after we take them out, rather, to make a stand at, I don't know, maybe this other island here or onto the big island. So, and really, at the moment, particularly early game, we're just going to have one army that we're going to be fielding, so we're going to have to be pretty careful of how we use it. All right. I do want to upgrade our castle in our home province, but I want to wait a little more cash before we do that. But the most important thing that we need to get going is our trade fleet. We can make a ton of money from trading this game. So, all right, we do have a trade fleet here. So now we do have access to these trade ships, which they're weak and unarmed, so that's why they need the escort. So let's get, I think 3 of these is usually what you want to shoot for, 3 to 5. Actually, you may not be able to have 5, I can't recall, but 3 will set us up pretty well here. The problem that I find is by the time you get out here, the AI has kind of grabbed a lot of these trade ports for themselves. But that's okay. There's always a solution to that too. Alright. It's fall anyway, so autumn we're gonna have to wait anyway, so which is fine. So alright. So we do have access to a quarry, stonemason now. Reduces the cost of constructing buildings in this province by 20%. Huh. Now I thought that was faction-wide. Oh, it's not nearly as good as I thought. Because I'm not sure if I want to upgrade the castle here in Sanuki, honestly, when I could certainly do it in Tosa. But that wouldn't help me in Tosa. Now we do have access to enough food now. I do think we should go ahead and upgrade our fort to a stronghold. That'll give us extra replenishment rate. It does consume the 2 food, but it also increases the defense of the province, repression rates, that sort of thing. And then, as you can see, it improves the rate of Bushido arts by 1%. So every time you do that, it's going to increase your research rate. One more turn left on the way of the bow. So that'll be great.
This unarmed ship should be used solely for trade. If caught up in battle, its best plan of attack is flight.
Yes.
Skilled swordsmen with excellent morale. These warriors are the body and soul of any army.
Excellent. So we've successfully completed our mission. Way of the bow. And we did get a free bow samurai. Perfect. So first and foremost, I think we're in a good position right now militarily. So I think what we want to do is maybe switch over to the way of Chi. Increases our tax rate, so I think we want to start going down there. We're getting enough units now, but we need to start thinking about our bottom line. Right. So there's our free units. Didn't really get here in time to be used, but that's okay. Yeah, we do have our first trade ship. Building a couple more, and we do have our katana samurai. So. Alright. Now we do have an option here, an EO to increase. I think that's what we want to do. We have rice paddies right now, so it's to improved irrigation. It's a great idea, I think, for the coming. It's going to add more food, which we're going to consume 2 food for our new stronghold anyway, so we're going to need it. Plus an extra income when the weather changes. So I think we're in pretty good position currently to probably make it stand at Awa, but frankly, I think I probably want to do is wait for the Katana Swordsman, at least one of them. These guys are pretty powerful. Yeah, so if you bring it up here, so they've got charge bonus of 15, melee attack of 12. I mean, let's put that in perspective here. Let's check out the peasant spearman here. Melee attack of 4, charge bonus of 1. Yeah. Even our best unit here, the Yari Samurai, 6 and 15. Excellent charge bonus on these guys, but certainly more of a defensive unit still. So I'm going to get those swordsmen into our army here. Alright. Yep, still can't trade with anyone. I think once we take Awa, we'll open up some more trading opportunities. Looks like they're increasing recruitment as well. I wonder if they know what we're planning. Development focus here. So, seeking to further the clan's mastery of the arts, our retainers request guidance as where they should choose or to focus their efforts. So I think we're in a pretty good place militarily, so I think we're going to do ahead and choose civil insight here. I think that's probably the focus we want. Yeah, so it's 125%. Yeah, it's not bad, not bad. Okay.
お命じください。
殿、ご用でございますか。他にもっとご命令は。
I kind of want to take these guys out sooner than later before they build any more, recruiting more troops, but I do really want that Katana Swordsman, so I'm going to have to be patient, I think. Okay. And our stronghold is a turn away from being complete. Excellent, excellent. One more turn on our trade ship. Alright, let's increase the roads as well, like we did for our home province. Yeah, this guy's already upgraded. And yeah, perfect. Yeah, I think they know what's up. Our secret's out. Okay, so we can go down Zen, which is extra clan-wide happiness in a Buddhist temple. Or we can go down Todofuken. I don't know how to... I don't speak Japanese, so a lot of these words are very difficult, so forgive me if I mispronounce the translations here. So that would be negative 5% upkeep for armies and navies. I think we're going to go Zen. That extra happiness is going to be pretty powerful as we're occupying a fair amount of territory we've just taken, so try to keep people happy. I don't want to have to be garrisoning so many settlements. So it's summer currently. By the time we get ready, it's going to be winter again. We may have to wait until the next spring. Alright, cool. So our stronghold is complete in Tosa, which gives us an extra building slot. So let's see what we want here. So there are stables already at Awas, so I don't think we want to do that. We could do a Yari drill yard. Some more Yari samurai. Alternatively, we could do a market, which increases our wealth. And we do have a trade port already here, so that would kind of make sense. Now we could do a sake den and recruit a ninja, but I don't think we need ninjas currently at the moment here. I think, you know what? I think I'm going to do a market. because I think that allows us, yeah, the Metsuki, those guys are kind of like your police units that help, you know, deter assassins and things like that, so. Alright. Excellent. Perfect. Hey, our first trade fleet's ready to go, so let's dispatch these guys here. Now, you have to be really careful when you're sending them out here, that you don't put them into kind of deep water, sea water, Pacific Ocean, because they'll take attrition out there, so they want to kind of keep them close to the coast. Alright, so I think our target's going to be to come down here. I think these are incense down here. See if we can grab one of these. Okay. 2 more turns. Get the rest of our forces lined up here. Yeah, these guys aren't messing around.
ご命令でしょうか。我が刀は殿のもの。ご命令を待ち申し上げます。次なるご命令はその場で休め。
Yeah, we're out of turns anyway. It's fall. We'll see. We'll see. May have to wait till next spring. Honestly, I prefer to siege this a little bit instead of trying to take it outright. Alright, so increased irrigation and roads. Perfect. Sounds great. Movement and for trade. So, and clan adopts Christianity. I think it's one of the clans over here on this island. Sorry, I forget the name. Now, adopting Christianity could be kind of powerful in a way. Basically, you're allowed to do that after you open up trade with European traders, which it's certainly a double-edged sword because you'll automatically start getting Christianity in your provinces, but you get access to flintlock weapons and gunpowder units, and it's 1548, so that can be pretty powerful. Unfortunately, it does create a lot of unrest in your population because, you know, Shinto Buddhism is kind of the mainstay religion of Japan currently, so. Alright, so I think that's probably about all we can do at the moment, so. See if we can take Ella. I'm getting a little concerned about that. They're really building recruiting a lot of troops there. Either that or they're rotating them out. I'm not really sure. I'd really like to get this other katana swordsman up into the army before we make a stand. Now, alright, so for EO, we could do a harbor. This would give us access to extra trade capacity. I believe. No, this is extra growth. I think it's the next step below that, so. Alright. Yep. They're already sending out trade fleets, so we need to be mindful of what we're doing here. Yep. They're trying to beat us to it. Alright, so we've encountered another clan here. So, Ito and Aochi, so. Yeah, these are the guys that just adopted Christianity. Ito clan. I think we're gonna go, let's see if we can open up a trade route with these guys.
I will listen attentively and then give you a fair response. Now speak your
Would you
part.
take a little money? Yeah. Perfect.
Speak.
Everybody wants to buy our lumber. Look at that. Okay. We have no money, but it'll help our bottom line in the long run. Alright. Yeah, they're just really reinforcing.
いつでも殿への忠ご命令をお待ち申し上げます
Let's get a couple more.
我が刀は殿のもの
Really hemorrhaging the economy, trying to build up this force, but it'll be worth it if we can take that province, plus we get our trade fleet set up. Alright, market is ready. There we are. Extra growth, income from commerce. Perfect. Oh, we're gonna need it. Alright. Alright, Zen is complete. So we get extra happiness, and we can now build Buddhist temples. I think we have to hop immediately over here and see if we can... This will be great because it's going to reduce the upkeep costs for armies and navies, which we do have a fair amount of army now. Alright, let's see if we can set up a trade route here.
殿
How lucky we
戦が
are.
待ってるぞ
We might have just lucked out.
皆船を出せ
I say that now, and somebody's going to swoop in next turn and take that port, but if we can do that, we'll be able to access the 21 incense from Indonesia, which is really going to help our economy in a big way. So, alright. Cool. These guys are doing things. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I need to reinforce. I think I'm alright. I've got a stronghold here. Even if they were to try to, when we go to war, take troops and land over here, I think we'd still be alright. But we're in no position currently to confront them. Now, we do have a lot of bow units, so I'm hopeful that that's going to be the deciding factor for us. So, supporting our endeavors. Alright, so we do have a new mission issued here. I want us to capture Iwami? Excuse me. Oh, yeah, that's super easy and convenient. I don't know about that. Alright, EO does have its harbor up and running. Perfect. It's increasing our income here. We're still a little low in here, so we won't be able to do a trade harbor just yet, which is great because once you open up another trade harbor, you can get another trade route set up. So let's see if our trader down here. Oh yeah, I do think we lucked out here. So let's get these guys in line here. Perfect. Look at that. So now we are trading with Indonesian sultanates on for instance. So currently that is 945. So the more trade vessels that you have will increase the trade value. Though I think you're capped at a certain number, like 5 or 6, something like that. But certainly that's going to help out our need. You can see our income really shot up with that, so perfect. And then it also is a valuable resource, so we can then, when we open up new trade routes with other clans, they might want to trade, for instance. So overall, it's a win-win-win. Alright, I think it's summer. We have a couple turns before the winter. I'd love to take this province before winter. I think we have to go for it, honestly. They do have an ally.
Our friend is always welcome, especially in these times of trouble. Come, let us talk.
Yeah, about that. Alright, so we are sieging. Currently it's showing, seems to think that the balance is in our favor. 1950 to 2130. I think it's the quality of our troops, honestly. So we do have some Katana swordsmen, Katana samurai, and the Yari samurai, and then we do have a lot of bow samurai. We do have a lot of archery units. Oh man. I think we're gonna go ahead and just continue the siege. All right, guys. Hey, appreciate you tuning in for our first in our new play series on the Chosokabe. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, please leave a like and consider subscribing for more Shogun 2 Total War content. I'd like to continue the series, so next time we'll be completing our conquest of our little island here, Sukoku, I think. I don't know. So the battle for Awa, and then deciding what our next steps are from there. So appreciate it, guys, and we'll be talking with you soon. Take care.